Good morning from Bangkok, Thailand. Today is my last day in this city, so even though it looks like it's gonna rain, I still want to take you on a short walk around this city because I have been here several times, but I have never filmed anything, so let's go. So you'll see what a Monday morning in Bangkok looks like. And right now I'm in Asok. It's a part of a bigger area called Sukhumvit, and if you are a tourist coming to Bangkok, there's a high chance that you'll be staying or coming to Sukhumvit. It's a Monday morning, and so this is what Monday morning traffic looks like in Bangkok at around 8:30, 8:20 a.m. Right now, Bangkok is one of my favorite cities, but it wasn't always the case, so I'll talk about that a bit later. But first, let's go and see some regular streets. As always, some regular areas. We'll also go to some more popular places and popular areas a bit later. But first we'll see some random regular streets in the Sukhumvit area, where I'm currently staying. As I said, it's not my first time in Bangkok. I have been here maybe 6, 7, maybe 8, 9 times. It's my 8th time in Thailand. But anyway, there are still way more places that I haven't been than the places that I have been to, because the city is huge. I haven't been to this part of Sukhumvit, but on the map I see a canal boat pier, so I think we'll jump on the boat for a few stops. I had to change a boat because I decided to go like, I think until the very last stop. We'll see. I said one stop because you have to stay where you are going to get a ticket, and I just said one stop that I know and I have been to. It's near the famous Khao San Road. The ride was like 10-15 stops, I wasn't counting, and it cost me 15 baht, so roughly 40 euro cents. And yeah, I'm at that place where I was telling you. Near Khao San Road. We'll check out one temple here. It's one of my favorite temples in Bangkok. Ticket is 50 baht. So one ticket, please.
มีคนหลายทั้งปวงที่อยู่กันเป็นจำนวนมากๆได้ทรงสั่งไว้ให้พระสงฆ์สาวก
And it's raining.
ท่านทั้งหลายที่อยู่ในฐานะ
And it's raining. By the way, it's a rainy season right now in Bangkok. It's beginning of October. So it's nothing extraordinary. One of the reasons I like this temple is the view of Bangkok you can get from here.
การที่ท่านทั้งหลายเราจะพบกับความอยู่เย็นเป็นสุขนั่นเองมีเป็นเรื่องของครอบครัวกว้างออกไปในการอยู่ร่วมกันเป็นสมาคมมีความเจริญก้าวหน้าคนใดคนหนึ่งว่าทำอย่างไรจึงจะมีเมตตาได้พิจารณาเข้าตัวดีแล้วเข้าด้านในไม่เห็นว่าคนชีวิตเราหวังมากเป็นชีวิต
ไม่ต้องบอกเลย
น้องคนใส่ตลอดนะครับข้างบนมือเปียกด้วยนะครับ
Yeah, here the rain has finished, but looks like in Sukhumvit it's only starting. Yeah, this is the canal that we came from. We came from that direction. To the left, somewhere there is Khao San Road. More to the left, near the river, is the Grand Palace. Could be this complex that we see in the distance. Somewhere there are also the famous Wat Po and Wat Arun temples that everyone tries to visit in Bangkok. Temples that are beautiful and temples that I can recommend you also to visit, but we won't go there today. You can find a lot of content about them, you can find a lot of photos and videos online, but we'll just wander somewhere in this and also in that area. I'll probably show you one temple somewhere there near the Khao San Road. The beauty of Bangkok is that there are a lot of temples, and if you want to visit one beautiful place, you don't necessarily need to go to the famous ones, even though they are really impressive and beautiful, but you can also go to some smaller ones. There are a lot of them, like this one for 50 baht. And I think the one I want to show you is completely for free. It's just a temple, a Buddhist temple. And if you are looking for streets to wander around, as you can see behind me, there are tens of thousands of them to choose from. That's one of the reasons I love Bangkok so much, that there is so much to explore, so many places to wander around. And again it's raining. Let's move on. Let's go inside for a moment. Temple coffee shop. Here they are, the back streets of Bangkok. Even though it's like right next to the Wat Saket, the temple where we were, and next to Khao San Road, but I don't know if I have ever been on this particular bridge on or that street, because there are just so many streets, so many back streets to take. And every street that I have taken in these years, in these visits to Bangkok, I have always and everywhere felt safe. Same here and same in Thailand in general. And I'm telling you all of this because if you haven't been to Thailand, if you haven't been to Bangkok, you might feel unsafe on the streets here. Seeing all this mix of modern malls, modern apartment buildings, modern shops, cafes, restaurants, and also these simple houses, simple buildings, people living in shacks next to canal. But from my own experience I can tell you that it's all good, all safe. You can safely wander around these streets. You can safely go to, I would say, all areas of Bangkok. If we look back at the last 10-11 years, then I have spent some 7 of them in different countries in Asia. Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Cambodia, Vietnam, Nepal, India, Pakistan, now also Uzbekistan, a little bit Tajikistan, a little bit Hong Kong, China, Macau. And yeah, what I wanted to tell you is that in all these places, all these countries, I have been feeling more or less the same like in Thailand, and that's safe. I have been feeling safe in these countries. Even though it's not all shiny and modern everywhere, and it's actually far from that, but I have been feeling absolutely safe in these countries. So yeah, that's my experience in Asia. Now let's go and find Thai tea somewhere. I want Thai tea. Healthy drinks, tasty drinks. Coconut latte. No Thai tea. The sun is out. I've got myself a glass of Thai tea. It's sweet tea with condensed milk. Now let me find some place where to sit down and I'll tell you about my first impressions of Bangkok, about our first visit to Thailand together with Una. It was 8.5 years ago and our impressions were bad. But first, let's sit down somewhere. Let's sit down somewhere. Maybe next to the canal. Yeah, it's all wet, but that's fine. So yeah, so the first visit to Thailand. Was it? I see fish. Yeah, I see fish in the canal. Okay, so the first visit to Thailand, first impressions of Bangkok, and what made that experience 8.5 years ago. And what made that experience 8.5 years ago a pretty bad experience?
Where are you from?
Latvia, Europe.
Latvia in the past with a group of Austria, not
Yeah, but many years ago it was part Russia, yeah.
Union of Soviet Russia.
Soviet, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the Soviet, yeah.
In a small country,
Yes, 2 million people.
2 million.
Yeah.
But social welfare is good.
Yeah, it's good, yeah. Okay, where did I left? Yeah, so the first experience, first time coming to Bangkok, what made that experience a pretty bad experience? I actually don't even know where exactly did we go that time. I don't remember much about that experience, but the fact is that we went to some not so interesting areas. We had done very little research, we had very little travel experience, and so wandering around these areas where we were wandering around made us think that Bangkok is ugly, that there is not much to do in Bangkok, and yeah, that's the feeling that we had when we left Bangkok, and we were thinking that probably we won't come back to Bangkok anymore. It turned out wrong, because we have been to Bangkok many times and we actually love this city. For me personally, it's one of the top cities, all because of how interesting in fact is this city, all because of how many things there are to do in Bangkok, all because of how many food choices there are in Bangkok, and all because of how cool is this city, all because of how modern is this city. Not boring, not ugly, as we were feeling after our first visit to Bangkok. Yeah, but what did we do differently the other times when we came to Bangkok, and what made us change our opinion on Bangkok? I think the biggest thing is that when we came here for the first time, whoa, what's that? I thought it's a pigeon. I think the biggest thing is that when we came to Bangkok for the first time, we had very little travel experience. We had done like almost no research, so we were just walking around on random streets, and it just happened so that we went to not the most beautiful, not the most interesting places, and then that's the biggest thing. But yeah, so that's a thing I can also recommend you to do a little bit of research before coming to Bangkok, or otherwise you may end up like we, having a not the best first impression on Bangkok, because it's a big city and it's easy to find also a lot of not fun at all, not interesting at all areas and places. Especially if you are a newbie traveler and if you are looking for some interesting and pretty sights, and all you see is I don't know, like this area near the canal. If all you see is this, then it's easy to have a bad first impression. I'm a big fan of big cities, and I have been to 14 out of 20 biggest cities in the world, and Bangkok is on the top of my favorite big cities in the world. It's on the top of my favorite cities in the world, not only the biggest. Yeah, if you're looking for beauty but all you see is sights like this, it's easy to live with a bad first impression. This is the temple complex I was talking about, the one I said I will show you. And this one, same like many others, are completely for free. You can come wander around the grounds of these places. There is a dress code. Short shorts aren't allowed. Yeah, and if this is what you expect of Bangkok, but you don't do any research and end up being in places like next to the canal, then yeah, it's easy to have a bad impression of the city. And it's about everything here in Bangkok. To have the best experience, you have to do at least a quick research, so you know the best places, best areas where to stay, where to go, to do whatever you are most interested in. The city is huge, and if you don't do any research, you may end up in the wrong place for you. You may end up spending hours just to get whatever you want. So Bangkok is a huge city. That's especially true if you are coming to Bangkok only for a few days, or if you are a new traveler and if you don't have that much experience in Asia. By the way, this is the famous Khao San Road. This is what it looks like during the day on Monday. Peace and tranquility. Only a few steps from the Royal Palace, from one of the most beautiful and most popular tourist sites in Bangkok. Lots of shops and restaurants here. Yeah, the Royal Palace, I think, is there. But I'm looking for a place where to have a lunch. So what's here? Noodles. One of Bangkok's many markets. I don't know the name of this market, but it looks very Indian. I think I remember this shop we were buying sweets here. Some 5, maybe 7 years ago. I think I start to recognize the area. I haven't been here for 5 years, maybe more. You see, this bridge will go across, and I think there starts another market. Of course, let's take a look at the traffic of Bangkok. So yeah, the pedestrian bridge, the market. And one of the best things about markets in Thailand and in Bangkok is that markets always means food as well. You can always get a lot of food options in markets. And the next market.
มานานหรือยังเพิ่งมา
And while walking through markets, we have come to Chinatown. Chinatown of Bangkok. I was planning to show you a little bit more, to show you one more area and also to take a riverboat, because there are also riverboats, not only canal boats, but I'm running short on time. I have to be at the airport in like 2 hours to go to Phuket, so we'll finish the video here. This first look at Bangkok from my perspective, a short glimpse of Bangkok. Yeah, but I'll repeat, Bangkok is a huge city, and this what you saw was only a short glimpse of Bangkok, only a tiny part of Bangkok. And despite that, I walked for like 12, almost 15 kilometers to show you this. So yeah, so that was only a tiny part of Bangkok that you saw in this video, but that's it for today. That's it for this video. See you soon from somewhere else in Thailand.